you see the potatoes absolutely have to come up. They're popping up at the top of the ground. You can see them just kind of moving right here through the dirt. Hello and welcome to Boomer in the Burbs. This is Belle getting ready to harvest some potatoes. I haven't seen you for a while. I've been recuperating from something I talked about in my community post. But anyway, I'm here and still kicking, and the vines for the potatoes have started dying back. And now I am ready to harvest the potatoes. Rather than take you through a long, monotonous journey with me for my 2-hour pull, I'm just going to show you some of the highlights as I get the potatoes out. And thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, share. Thank you. Here I'm getting my leaf bags out and preparing to harvest the potatoes. I had to say hello to let you know it's me. And as we move through, you'll see that the vines were pretty thick, and I didn't give you great directions on how to take these potatoes out. But the best thing is to grab them as close to the end as you can and then feel with your hands and then pull them up. I don't think I had such a great demonstration. It was sprinkling rain and I was in a hurry today. No excuse for being sloppy with the process. But I have so many vines that I'm using them in a compost bag that I'm just going to put on the curb because it would overwhelm my small composting bag. But as you can see, I had a bountiful amount of potatoes, especially the red ones, which I really love to cook. And these potatoes, once you finish with them, getting them in and getting them through the process of being pulled, they need to cure for about 5 to 10 days in a dark, cool, ventilated place. So they are on the table in my garage. And as you look and see the potatoes sitting, some of them almost on the top of the ground, you can see that I had a lot of potatoes. I think that this year I leaned more heavily toward the red. They were more delicious to me. I take them and put them in stews. I cook them for myself. I share them, and sometimes I even can them. I don't think I'll have enough to can this year. I ended up getting about 21 pounds of potatoes. And of course, you can see that the potatoes are very healthy. You get rid of the mother plant, the one that they all shoot out from. But the potatoes were really pretty big this year, many of them. And those that are not, I'm going to use them in little soups and stews and cook them just like I would, boil them down just like I would anything else, or smash them for a nice breakfast potato. And if you watch this video carefully, you'll notice that this was not the great way to pull them. You get as close to the base of the plant as you can and then pull. And the ground was really pretty rich. I had some problems, I think, with some of the black cow or whatever I was fertilizing with. I may have over fertilized in some areas, but it didn't really affect the potatoes. And so I'm very pleased with the outcome. As I'm pulling them up and showing you how many I have in the root system, you can also see that most of them were medium-sized to small. And I don't know whether or not I needed for the soil to be a little bit freer, not as thick, but still, this is a good harvest for a backyard gardener like me. By the way, this will be the last year that I'll do all of this growing. I have some other plans. I'll talk to you guys about it later at another time. But if I can get these potatoes out, as you can see them hanging off, very nice sized potatoes. There's some worms in there. The worms don't really go at the potatoes, but you can see
There are the potatoes there, and nice size, and even some smaller ones for soups or stews, and I'll get them too.
Well, by this time, you have seen potatoes coming out of the ground several times. You get the point. And you see that I had a pretty decent harvest. And as I said, I wasn't going to take you through all of this, but it looks like I did take you through a lot of it. But now, after I looked at the potatoes and figured out how many I had, so now I'm ready to go to the container that I filled up just to demonstrate how easy it is to grow potatoes off your deck or in a small gardening space. And after I do this, I'm going to show you how to clean off the final area of potatoes that I have back behind me. So I'm just demonstrating. You just take some plastic and then empty your container and then start pulling out your potatoes just like you did before. You can dump these, it's easier in a 5-gallon container. But I did have a pretty good amount in that particular 5-gallon container. So now that I've demonstrated to you the way that you can grow potatoes in a 5-gallon bucket and produce some, we'll move on to finish cleaning off the last part of the potatoes that I grew in a metal container. The final part, everybody, is that container that I had in the back that said tartar. I guess it could almost say potato. And you can see I accidentally speared one of them, but I had a really good harvest out of that particular container that I bought on sale at maybe Home Depot's or Lowe's. And as you can see, the leaves are dying back and it's time to harvest. And I did get a pretty good amount, even though some of them were split. I don't understand that. And then they looked like they were split and then they decided to heal over and they were pretty large. That was a disappointment. But I finished getting this container cleaned out with a lot of the red potatoes, as I guess I have red went wild, and I was able to get a really pretty good harvest out of this container. Just cleanup time. It's just finishing up the potatoes, getting them all into a container that I can easily hose down and clean them gently so that the peelings won't come off, and give them a chance to cure in the garage. That's the split potato that I was telling you about that I couldn't figure out. That made me so sad. But at any rate, it is time to get them everything cleaned up and then move toward finishing up this little video.
says 21.5 pounds of potatoes. Let's just see if I move it on the scale a little bit better. 21.5 pounds of potatoes. Pretty good. And I have a little bit more to go in that container right there.
So we did it everyone. We showed you how harvesting potatoes is easy, fun, very rewarding. The potatoes will last me a very long time. And I really do appreciate you sitting through this video. I hope you watched it to the end. If not, why not? You could play it while you're doing something else. But I just really enjoy bringing this video to you, showing you my meager garden and how I'm trying to do it solo as a baby boomer here in the suburbs of Metro Atlanta. I hope you've had a great time watching, and if so, I hope that you'll come back. I wish you would comment, tell me how you're doing in your gardens. I know I'm in Zone 8 in North Atlanta, and I was able to harvest my potatoes and then also do a few zucchini, yellow zucchini. Thanks again for stopping by to see Belle at Burbs. I hope that all of you are having a fantastic time, that you have been inspired to grow food and to prep food and to keep food so that you can have a maximum ability to be in control of what you eat. I love you. That is why I'm here, and I appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe and even share it out. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.